the time and the time to get yourself in. And I hear it sigh almost every night. But now I might be mistaken.
So I think it's safe to say that in today's modern Gemmy world and the modern age of animatronics from all these big corporations, there's been a lot of changes when it has come to the life sizes. Now there is one, yes, very, very much so, one life size that I don't see, at least in the Halloween portion of these animatronics. And that's the dancing animatronics. And I'm here to just raise the question to Gemmy and to the community of the collectors out there. Yo, what happened to the dancing animatronics? Not saying they still aren't around, but there is definitely a big change. And why is that exactly? You know, this year they released the 2020 Grinch. And there has already been some videos finally put out of him, and he was everything that I think everyone at least hoped for. And everyone was very happy with that animatronic, especially the fact that he danced. And there's something special about dancing animatronics, in my opinion. Not just to me, and I know I'm not the only one, but dancing animatronics are really freaking cool, in my opinion. And I know it is in a lot of others too. Now, with the dancing animatronics we get nowadays, we see a bunch of ones that are kind of more cheaply made. Thankfully, this Grinch one was not. But another thing I've noticed is it seems like we only get the dancing animatronics for Christmas. Now, I'm not sure if there's a full reason behind that. I don't know if it's because of the fact that, you know, nowadays, you know, we don't associate dancing with Halloween, even though I think we probably do still. I don't know. But it seems like a company like Gemmy, at least, doesn't take the time and put a dancing animatronic towards Halloween anymore. Rather, we only see it during Christmas, and even then, we don't really see that many being made. It's all cliche. It's just Santas, and Santas. Now, this year and the year prior, or the other year, we had a dancing snowman. It was a great concept, and it was awesome to see them do a reimagining of that snowman. But it was the one thing but they messed up. It was the one thing that I think we were all hoping for, but it ended up getting messed up. The snowman talked, in my opinion, a little too much. He didn't sing enough, and obviously he ended up dancing kind of oddly because they didn't put weight in the hands of the snowman, making it to where his hands would not move side to side with his hip motions. Now, this Grinch this year is different, however. I actually don't hate this Grinch. This Grinch is a really great imagining of the original 2004, I believe it was, Grinch made back then. This Grinch obviously doesn't have everything the original one does or offers. That was the Jim Carrey version. This one, I believe, was made through the cartoon version or the newer animated movie. I can't be too sure. You'll have to clarify that with me, but I'm not going to confirm that. But he does play the original Grinch song, and he is a hip swinger, which is awesome. But that left me with this. But seeing that this year, and then seeing again, and I am probably the one who hates this guy the most, the Michael Myers that they made this year. Why is it that we haven't gotten any dancing animatronics for Halloween? It's almost like they refuse to make it. I think that the dancing animatronics for Halloween would be a great seller, but they don't do it. But for what reason? That is my question. Gemmy, I'm pointing the finger at you because we have officially now seen a reimagining version of the life-size dancing Santa. Wasn't bad, but just been making him way too much. We've seen a reimagining of the snowman. He came out once, he never came back out again, and he sucked. This Grinch this year is amazing, and I absolutely love the Grinch. I think you guys did a great job. The only thing I wish you guys would improve on again is making the animatronics stop during their songs. Like pause and keep singing and then keep swinging again. I miss that. I think that was a really cool thing. I don't know why you guys don't do that and take the time to put more programming into that. But that's not what this video is about. This video right here is about the fact that why haven't we seen a reimagined version of the skeletons? And dare I ask that question, because I'm more terrified the moment they try that, it's going to end up being awful. And the reason for that is because Modern Jimmy just sucks. We can all agree on that. This year they have better. I have to give them props for at least doing a better job this year. Besides the Michael Myers, a lot of Jimmy's Halloween tabletops were nice, and that life-size 2020 Grinch was definitely way better than any other life-size I have seen so far. But where are the skeletons? Where are they at, guys and girls? Where? That's my question. I don't get why they stopped making the Dancing Skeleton series. They never did any Dancing Frankenstein series ever again. But those were the only Halloween dancing animatronics that Jimmy ever made. And I would just love to know why they decided to drop them and never bring back some kind of dancing animatronic for Halloween. I guess Christmas might be a bigger seller. I mean, that would make sense. But it still doesn't mean they couldn't make one or two dancing animatronics. They seem to be thinking larger sizes now. And honestly, I would love to see another dancing Halloween prop come out. I mean, the closest we have seen to a dancing Halloween prop this year was the Home Depot 2020 Alien, the little 3-foot one that was sold this year for around $40. First Halloween dancing prop I have seen since the skeletons. I know Pan Nation had made a dancing skeleton and a dancing Frankenstein, but that was when I think they were still like in their early stages and they didn't get really far with that. So those were never really sold again. But Jimmy released the dancing skeleton, at least the pirate, for at least 3 years, I believe. There was the flat base model and the original round base model. And it's kind of sad to see that, because all we get now are dancing Christmas props, and I have nothing against that. But I would also love to start seeing variety again in the world of the Jimmy products, and I would love to see them bring back the Dancing Skeleton series, or make the Dancing Frankenstein again and bring those back. Now, would I be scared on how they would do that again? Yes. Would I be terrified on how they would decide to bring that to the table? Very much so, because the last thing I want is for Jimmy, Modern Jimmy at least, to ruin the original skeletons. Now, I'm not saying that they ruined every life size, but it just seems like they try to get cheaper and cheaper. I don't know if they decide to invest more money into another holiday instead of another, or what. Now, again, this year, the 2020 Grinch, the reimagined Grinch, was beautiful, and I think it was as perfect as it can get for Modern Jimmy. But again, if you guys would love to see the Modern Skeletons, the Skeleton series and the Dancing Frankenstein come back into the world of the Jimmy products, I'd love for you to tell me in the comments. And tell me what you guys think should come back through the Halloween series that Jimmy puts out every year. In my opinion, it would be so awesome just to see them do one reimagining of the Dancing Skeletons and the Dancing Frankenstein. And see what they can do. I feel like they could do it, but they have to be careful. Because this is not a playground to be messing around with. If they step foot onto this turf, they're going to have to make it real perfect. Because people love these skeletons too much for them to be ruined. Now again, I have had my pirate skeleton for a little less than a year, and I have to say I absolutely have fallen in love with the skeleton. I remember seeing him at a house when I was 4 years old. I was very, very little, and I'd wanted him ever since, and I finally got him. But I would love to see other kids of the newer generation who are getting into this, because I know I'm not the only one here who's at a young age and used to love this kind of stuff. I would love to see them be able to see these skeletons again in a reimagined way that's not weird or cringy. And if you all agree with me, hit the like button and tell me in the comments below, what do you want to see from Gemmy if they make a reimagined version of the skeleton series? Would you like to see new skeletons? Or would you like to see them recreate the pirate and the pimp skeleton, or even the rapper skeleton, or even the zoot suit skeleton, or the reimagined Frankenstein? Bring them back and possibly release them to the public for their audience. I know I'm not the only one who's had this idea. I have seen the question put out on Instagram so many times. When the 2020 Grinch was first announced, that was what everyone was talking about, actually. Let's see them do a reimagined version of the skeletons. And that even includes the freaking Santa teddy bear. I would love to see a reimagined version of that. But Gemmy is holding off. But it doesn't mean they still can't do it. And I feel like they can if they just get that good push. I sometimes want to believe that they forget what they make. And that leads them to make a lot of things that just make no sense or are recycled or etc. So, that is the rant of the day. And again, if you all want to see the skeletons come back, let your opinions be heard. Because something tells me they do listen, or they do hear you, but they don't listen. Or they'll listen, but they mess it up in some way to fit the more innocent age of today, which is sad. But I hope you all enjoyed the video, and if you did, leave a like and comment what would you love to see come back if these companies decided to make actual life-size dancing props, again, for Halloween or Christmas. Without any further ado, I'm gonna get out of here, guys. I hope you all enjoyed the video, and I'll talk to you guys later.